Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool willing to make bid for best striker in the world. Liverpool's search for a new striker is no secret, with Arne keen to bolster his attacking ranks ahead of next season, and Ben Jacobs has told GivenSport's Market Madness podcast that the Dutchman has 3 strikers in his sights, with 2 Premier League players among them. The Reds will wrap up the Premier League title if they beat Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday, and that accolade will be won even earlier if Arsenal lose at home to Crystal Palace on Wednesday evening. With that in mind, attention will turn to the summer transfer window, with Slot keen on keeping the Reds at the top of the table. The Reds continue to be linked with a move for Newcastle United star Alexander Isak, who has ripped the Premier League up this season with 21 goals, and only Reds legend Mohamed Salah has scored more this season, leading to Isak being called the best striker in the world. And Jacobs believes that if they can't land Isak by way of not budging for Newcastle's £150 million price tag, they could look to sign either Eintracht Frankfurt star Hugo Ekitike, or Brighton man João Pedro. He said on GivenSport's Market Madness podcast, "Liverpool are focused on getting over the line for what looks like an inevitable Premier League title. When we get to the early part of the window, there will be approaches. With Liverpool, I'm hearing they're not going to drop £150 million on Alexander Isak, but they'll bid if he genuinely becomes available at a lower number. But they also like Hugo Ekitike and João Pedro." Darwin Núñez is expected to leave the Anfield club in the summer, whilst Diogo Jota hasn't had his best season in a red shirt by any means, though Salah's form and a watertight defence has seen Liverpool romp ahead to the title, where they could still record an astonishing 94 points if they win all of their remaining games. 75 league goals scored is the most in the division by some stretch, and adding a striker to that equation will be monumental in their hopes of recording back-to-back top-flight titles for the first time since 1984, when they completed a three-peat before missing out to local rivals Everton the following season. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool could become even better if Arne Slot signs £38 million Real Madrid player who Jurgen Klopp saw on YouTube and loved. Having tied both Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk to new contracts, Liverpool will have the onus to reward their commitment by making moves in the summer to further elevate their current squad. While Liverpool have an excellent roster of players at their disposal, no squad in world football can be considered flawless. At the highest level, Arne Slot will be aware that standing still cost the Merseyside-based club as it did under Jurgen Klopp, where they decided to be overly frugal in the transfer market. The good news for the Anfield faithful is that even Salah loves Liverpool's vision as a club, and it seems unlikely that they will not try their best to win more trophies in the future as they are set to become Premier League champions. With big names like Luis Diaz open to leaving Liverpool as well, Arne Slot's side have the success and the reputation as a club to attract heavy hitters, with Rodrigo goes possibly being one man who they should look to sign. Liverpool should try to sign Real Madrid star Rodrigo. Some might be skeptical about Liverpool's chances of landing Rodrigo, considering he plays regularly for Real Madrid, who are widely regarded as the biggest club on the planet. But there are several reasons why Liverpool should at least try to persuade Rodrigo to make a move to the red half of Merseyside. Firstly, the Brazilian international, who is just 24 years old, would be an upgrade on Luis Diaz, due to being 4 years younger, more established due to having been incredibly impactful for Real Madrid and far from versatile. With Arne Slot ready to sell Diaz anyway, Rodrigo is a player who could provide stiff competition to Cody Gakpo, who has only had one impressive season in a Liverpool shirt. The former Santos technician, who signed for Real Madrid for €45 million, £38.5 million, Diario AS, would be an excellent tactical tool for Slot as well, being a natural left-winger who can play across the front line and remain impactful. Jude Bellingham raved about Rodrigo by naming him as Real Madrid's most gifted player, which goes to show the upside left in the two-time Champions League winners game as he is only 24. Interestingly, it seems like the versatile forward status at Los Blancos, as Diario AS revealed that Carlo Ancelotti could drop him against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final. In August as well, Rodrigo seemed irate. All the talk was around Kylian Mbappé, Vinicius Jr. and Bellingham as a duo, reminding the world not to forget about him. Perhaps the summer might be the time for the Reds to try their luck and see whether they can genuinely sign the decorated wideman, who has the technical ability, pace, eye for goal as well as for a pass to become an undeniably elite forward. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is £111 million Sobo upgrade, Liverpool chasing the best midfielder in the world. Liverpool may well be preparing for life without Trent Alexander-Arnold. Though nothing's set in stone, the saga carries the bitter undertow of resignation that Anfield's vice-captain is off to Real Madrid. The 26-year-old has formed one prong of a three-pointed contractual problem that threatened the stability and success of Arne Slot's maiden campaign, after he took over from Jurgen Klopp last summer. But Virgil van Dijk, the skipper, and Mohamed Salah, the talisman, have both extended their deals on Merseyside, devoting the remainder of their prime years to Slot's cause. Alexander-Arnold, 26, still has his best years ahead of him, and there's no question it will sting if the Liverpool-born talent, the Scouser in our team, leaves for nothing and joins his boyhood club's continental nemesis. Away from the emotional side of things, Trent's a rather good playmaker. Pundit Jamie Carragher remarked last season that, it's like having Kevin De Bruyne playing at right back. Trent's inventiveness is so unique, he's Liverpool's chief creative source. Should he leave, Liverpool will need more from the middle of the park. But, is Dominik Szoboszlai up to the task? Dominik Szoboszlai's output. Szoboszlai is Liverpool's recognized attacking midfielder, signed as part of Klopp's midfield rebuild in 2023, joining from RB Leipzig for a £60 million figure. However, for all his physicality and intensity, the Hungary captain is not quite ravenous enough for goals and assists, with just 25 goal involvements notched across 89 matches for the Reds. Looking at Szoboszlai's two Premier League campaigns in red, it's clear that he's not producing the potent numbers that his lofty price tag demands. Indeed, with Alexander-Arnold expected to move to Spain, taking his creative flair with him, the attacking midfielder will surely need to up his game. Though irrefutably, Szoboszlai has made gains this term, it's still not enough to suggest he can fuel Liverpool's offensive play. Of course, Slot may not want to take such a risk ahead of a Premier League title defence, with plans being drawn out for a new addition who might even prove an upgrade on Szoboszlai. FSG eyeing marquee Liverpool signing. As per Caught Offside, Liverpool are chasing a deal for Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz, who is one of the most valuable players in the world and is being chased by some of Europe's most prestigious outfits. Real Madrid and Bayern Munich are thought to be leading the race at this early stage, but the Premier League's finest are gearing up for summer bids, with Liverpool now joining Arsenal and Manchester City in pursuit of the German. Leverkusen won't let him go on the cheap. However, demands have already been made public that he will cost suitors around €130 million, equating to £111 million. This is an extraordinary amount of money. But remember, 2 years ago Liverpool attempted to hijack Chelsea's bid for Moises Caicedo, offering Brighton and Hove Albion a £111 million figure, which was accepted. Why Liverpool should sign Florian Wirtz? It looks like Bayer Leverkusen are going to go trophyless this season, having defied all expectations to win an invincible domestic double under Xabi Alonso's wing last year, toppling over a decade of Bayern Munich dominance in the Bundesliga. Wirtz, who is still only 21, scored 18 goals and supplied 20 assists across all competitions, instrumental throughout a campaign that will live long in the record books as one of the continent's greatest. Looking at his metrics compared to Szoboszlai's in the Premier League, refer to the table above. Wirtz has created 16 big chances in the Bundesliga this season, scoring 9 goals and providing 10 assists across 27 matches. He's also more combative, more active, averaging 5.4 duels and 2.7 dribbles per game. This emphasizes his desire to get stuck in, for one, and progress the ball into the danger area. Crucially, he puts paid to his opponents when presented with promising chances, how he dances across the pitch, skipping with an almost mechanical gait that highlights his technical skill. It's his economy of movement, though, that differentiates him from positional rivals, tigerish in his ability to pounce and make things happen, not wasting so much as a muscular twitch. Wirtz actually ranks among the top 8% of attacking midfielders and wingers across Europe's top 5 leagues over the past year for goal involvements, the top 7% for shot-creating actions, the top 5% for progressive passes and the top 6% for successful take-ons per 90, as per FBref, illustrating a potency that Szoboszlai simply doesn't boast. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.